weekend one here at the Canada Game Centre in Halifax, Nova Scotia. My name is Raisa Lalani, and I have got your call all weekend. We are down one game. Here is the next game on your Friday, 1:50 p.m. start time, and we are right on time. Taking on the DVC Dartmouth Volleyball Club boys team is the Bedford Blizzards 14U boys team. Both of them on your screens in front of you. On the close side, you've got the Dartmouth Volleyball Club in the royal blue jerseys. And on the far side, the Bedford Blizzard Volleyball Club in the navy blue jerseys. And we've got the scorecard to color code and match that, so it is as easy for you to see as possible. Looks like the referee are just going to check the rosters here to make sure that we are all good to go. And we are going to see the Bedford Blizzard side start us off with a serve. Back on the line to serve here is your captain for the Blizzards team, Ethan O'Coin. And that ball is passed up by Warwick, dumped over. Free ball over from Finney. A nice back set there from DVC. That hit into the top of the tape. Point going to the Blizzard side. Serving the ball once again here is Ethan O'Coin. That ball is passed up, brought back into the court. A free ball over from Carew, and that free ball is going to score. A little bit of miscommunication on the Blizzard side of who's supposed to go where. All tied up at ones. Hayden Hawley back to serve here now for DVC. And that is a tough serve, service ace. Hawley back to serve. That ball is passed up. And a swing from the left side, that one going long on number 12, Xander Bray. That is going to be a DVC point, and it is going to send Hayden Hawley back to serve again. Jump float. And that is a heated serve once again. Another service ace here from the DVC side. Hayden Hawley back to serve. And the Blizzards getting a handle on it, putting a free ball over. Nice saves. DVC with the big swing cross court. That is a kill from number 21, Benjamin Carew. Hayden Hawley back to serve. That ball is passed up. Looking to put that over is Finney, but that one just a bit too tight to the net. Hayden Hawley back to serve. Jump float. That ball's passed up, but behind the passing line. Good chase down there by the Blizzards, trying to get a second contact, but that is another service ace. Once again, Hayden Hawley with the big serves. Jump float. And the Blizzards from the ground trying to put that ball over. A tough play, great effort. That is going to be a point for DVC, and we are going to see a timeout called by head coach Callahan Murphy from the Bedford Blizzard side. Both teams back on the court in this first set, second game of the day battle. Your 1:50 start time game for Friday in the 14U boys pool category. Another dynamo serve there from number 24, Hayden Hawley, with service ace. Hawley with the jump float, and that one is going to float off of the passer's arms onto the ground. Point, DVC. Hayden Hawley with the serve. And that one is going to go out the side of the court and out of bounds. That is the break that the Blizzards need as they head back to serve now to play a little catch up. 2 serving 10 here. Back on the line at number 9, Tucker Johnson. And that one just going into the top of the tape. Point, DVC. Back on the line here now, Jacob Petrie. And that one just a little bit short going into the top of the tape. Blizzard point. Serving the ball here now is Silas Vinay. That ball's passed up, set to the right, and a huge swing from the right side. DVC's number 21, Benjamin Carew with the huge kill, and he's going to head back to serve now. A great side-out play there from DVC. Benjamin Carew back to serve. That one hitting the top of the tape. Point, Bedford Blizzard. Back on the line here is Xander Bray with the serve. That ball passed up by Hawley, tipped over by the setter for DVC. Nate Wheeler with that sneaky kill. Back on the line, Brandon Lacroix. And that serve hitting the top of the tape at Blizzard point. Heading back to serve here now, this is Mason McIsaac. And that serve just landing outside the boundaries of the court. Point, DVC. Back on the line, here is number 25, Jake Warwick. Or rather, as he passes it off to his teammate, Nate Wheeler. And a nice serve in the seam between 2 passers there on the Blizzard side. Service ace, DVC. And once again, Nate Wheeler heading back to serve. And that ball is passed up by Johnson. Free ball over from the Blizzard middle. Set to the left. There is a swing down the line from Hawley. Blizzards with some nice defense. A swing cross court from their left side. And a lefty right side swing from Warwick. And that is going to be enough to terminate that point. Point, DVC. Nate Wheeler back to serve. And that serve deep and tough to pass. A service ace for DVC, but not without a good try there from Tucker Johnson. Wheeler back again. That ball's passed up, set to the right, And a swing into the pot from Ethan O'Coin is going to score for the Bedford Blizzard side. Heading back to serve here now, this is Bedford Blizzard's number 2. And it looks like we are going to get a call from the referee, a little bit of a foot violation there on the Blizzard's server. And that is going to be a point for DVC. Jake Warwick back to serve. And it is a service ace. Back on the line is Warwick. That ball's passed up. Trying to set it from the back row is the Blizzards, but that one unfortunately not high enough for a swing. And that'll send Jake Warwick back to serve again. 20 serving 6 here, DVC, with a little bit of a service run. That ball's passed up by O'Coin, set out to the left. A big swing deep into the court, picked up by the hands of Warwick. Swing high off of hands from DVC's number 21, Benjamin Carew, and that is going to score. Warwick still back to serve. And there's a jump spin serve. Bedford Blizzard putting a lot of effort in to get that one, but there's too much heat to handle on that serve. And it looks like we are going to see a timeout called once again here by the Bedford Blizzard side. Both teams back on the court. DVC with a jump spin serve. That one landing just outside the boundaries of the court. Blizzard point. Jump float. And that is a service ace, and you can see the captain of the Bedford Blizzard side who served that ball, Ethan O'Coin, getting his team fired up with that serve. And he's going to go back to do it again. That ball passed up by Warwick, dumped over from the DVC's front row and Petrie. And that is going to score. Point DVC. Jump float from Hayden Hawley, picked up off of the net by the Blizzard side. And that ball is passed up, set to the left. There's a big swing cross court. A good try there from Brandon Lacroix, but that one is going to sail out of bounds on him. Point going to the Blizzard side. Tucker Johnson back to serve here now. Float serve. That ball is passed up by Hayden Hawley. Another swing from the left, this time going into the top of the tape for Lacroix, and that is going to be a Blizzard point. Both teams in the double digits now as Tucker Johnson heads back to serve to pull the Blizzards back into this set. Float serve. That ball is passed up by Carew. He's going to get the set and swing cross court, dug up by O'Coin. A dump over from the Blizzards front row. Tip over from DVC, and that dig just a bit too tight to the net. That is going to be a tip scoring point for Carew. 24-10 here in the first set. DVC heading back to serve to finish off this set. Here is Jacob Peachley. And that ball is passed up. And a little bit tough there for the setter to get that second one. That is going to be a score for DVC as they take the first set here against the Bedford Blizzard side. Both teams going to switch sides of the court, and we'll be back with the rest of the action. Both teams back on the court here at the NS Champs 2019 Weekend 1. We've got DVC versus the Bedford Blizzards, and sneaking that swing through the block is number 25 for DVC, Jake Warwick with the kill. DVC taking the first set, and they are up 1-0 here in the second. And there is a big serve from DVC's number 26, Oliver Rutherford. Rutherford with another serve. That ball is passed up by O'Coin. And free ball almost put over. That one just going a little bit short into the top of the tape. Point going to DVC. Back on the line here is Oliver Rutherford. And it is a service ace. And there is another big serve, free ball over from the Blizzard side. And another free ball, this time scoring point, DVC. And there is a big serve tracked out of bounds by Rourke, and that is going to be a Blizzard point. Back on the line here is number 6, your captain for the Bedford Blizzards, Ethan O'Coin. Float serve, that ball is passed up. Free ball put over by DVC, Rourke with the first contact. A big save there from the Blizzards' second touch. A little miscommunication of who is going to set that ball. That is going to be a DVC point. Back on the line here is Warwick. That ball a little bit short for him, and it is going to be a Blizzard server that heads back to the line now. Number 10, Rylan Harrington. And there is a big serve from the Bedford Blizzard side. And he's going to go back to do that again. Rylan Harrington back to serve. Short serve this time, passed up by DVC. A swing in the middle from Warwick. And there is a big block from DVC's Jacob Petrie, not letting that ball go past him. And that is going to send him back to serve. And that ball is passed up. Tipped over in the middle from Blizzard, but there is a block touch from DVC. Winding up for the big swing is number 14, Lucas Weatherby, with the kill on the second contact. And after that kill, he's going to head back to serve. Weatherby with the float serve, passed up. Set to the left, a little roll shot over. A great pickup there by the Blizzard defense, just not quite enough to get it over. Back to serve here is Thomas Desereau. Float serve, and that is going to land in the corner of the court. A tough serve there for the passers on the Blizzard side. And Desereau is going to head back to serve. Float serve, that one landing outside of the side of the boundaries of the court. Point going to Bedford Blizzard. Number 12 for the Blizzard side heading back to serve here now. And that one just a little bit shy of the net. Point going to DVC. Back on the line for DVC, here is Cale Hickman. And a big save there by Rourke. Blizzard once again looking to put it over, and a good try. But it looks like we are going to see DVC called on a net violation for coming underneath the net. So all that effort not to waste for Blizzard, especially Ethan O'Coin with that first pass. Tucker Johnson back to serve now. That ball is passed up by Desereau, and there's a big block from Rourke in the middle, and that is going to be a point for Bedford Blizzard. Back on the line here is Tucker Johnson. And it is a service ace. And that ball is passed up and swung from the back row. Rourke with the deep shot. Desereau with the free ball over. Picked up by Weatherby. And Rourke in the middle with the kill. That is going to be a Bedford Blizzard point. And there's a big serve, but that one out of bounds for Tucker Johnson. Point going to DVC. DVC server Cade Brost putting that one into the top of the tape. That is going to be a point for the Blizzard side. Heading back to serve here is Bannon Rourke. Float serve passed up by Brost. Free ball put over from Petra. Set in the middle, and there to block that ball is Jacob Petra. Tough for the Blizzard hitters to get past him. And that is going to be a point for DVC. Oliver Rutherford back to serve now. That ball's passed up and over. Little roll shot over from the DVC offense. And a swing there from Harrington from the left, tipped over by Petra. Another swing from the left side, and there's Rylan Harrington with the kill. Back to serve is Ethan O'Coin for the Blizzard team. And it is a service ace. O'Coin with the serve again. This one just hitting the top of the tape. DVC point. And heading back to serve here now is Jake Warwick. Float serve passed up by Rourke. Set to the left side. A swing down the line there from the Blizzard outside hitter, but that one just hitting the antenna, and that one going out of bounds. And we are going to see a timeout called here by the Bedford Blizzard coaching staff. Both teams back on the court here. You are watching the NS Champs 2019 Weekend 1 14U Boys category. DVC taking on the Bedford Blizzard team. DVC taking the first set, and the coaching staff down on the Bedford Blizzard side said, hey, that timeout is a coaching point. Make sure you let everyone on the webcast know. Some fun, friendly, familiar faces around here. That ball passed up by O'Coin. And a good try there in the middle from Weatherby, but that is going to be a DVC point. Back on the line for DVC, here is Petra. That one is going to go out the side of the court and out of bounds. Point Bedford Blizzard. Heading back to serve here now, this is Lucas Weatherby. And that ball passed up, but unfortunately a hand pass. And in the 14U category, for those of you who don't know, you are not allowed passing that first contact with your hands. It has to be a platform pass, and that is just to promote the development of the technical skill of passing the ball. And that ball is passed up this time by Warwick. A swing from DVC, and nice talk there from the bench, calling that ball out of bounds for their teammates. And that is a Blizzard point. Back on the line here is Weatherby. And that ball is passed up by DVC. A back row swing from Thomas Desereau, and that is a big hit. And that is going to tie the score up. It's 16-16 here in this second set. A reminder, DVC did take the first one. Heading back to serve now once again after that big kill. Number 12, Thomas Desereau. And it is a service ace. Another big serve. Blizzard getting a handle on it, trying to put it over, and they do, and it lands inside the court. And that is going to be a Blizzard point. Back on the line for the Bedford Blizzard side, here is number 12. And unfortunately, that one hitting the top of the tape for him. That is going to be a point for DVC. And send 7 back to serve. Kale Hickman back at the line. And that ball is passed up. Swing from the middle, but it looks like we are going to see a carry call on the setter. Looked like he was trying to dump that ball over. Turned out to become a set. A little bit of a tough play there. That is going to be a point for DVC. Back on the line once again, here is Hickman. That ball is passed up, set to the back row. A big swing there from your captain, Ethan O'Coin. That is going to score, and it is a 1-point game here. Heading back to serve, number 9, Tucker Johnson. Float serve short, picked up by the DVC pass, but into the net. And that is going to tie it all up. 19s apiece here in this second set. Back on the line, here is Tucker Johnson again. And that ball is passed up by Warwick. He's going to get the set on the left. He's going to tip that ball into the blocker's hands. Free ball over from Rourke. DVC picking that up. Once again going to Warwick on the left. He's going to swing cross court. Dug up by Weatherby. Free ball over. DVC picking it up. Tip over from the back row. Rourke trying to save that ball, and it's a tough play there. That is going to be a point for DVC. DVC now in the 20 zone. And heading back to serve here is Cade Brost. Spin serve, passed up by Harrington. Free ball over from Rourke. That ball set to the left. And there is a big block from Bannon Rourke in the middle. And that is going to be a blizzard point as they keep trading points here, all tied up at 20s in this second set. Bannon Rourke back to serve. And that ball is passed up by Rutherford. Free ball over from DVC. And that set a little bit too tight to pass over the net. That is going to be a point for DVC. Heading back to serve here now, number 26, Oliver Rutherford. That ball is passed up, set out to the left, and a huge swing down the line. Cade Brost, or rather Rylan Harrington, for that kill. A great job by the Bedford Blizzard outside hitter. Back to serve, Ethan O'Coin. Float serve, passed up. Set to the right side, dug up by Rourke. Another swing, this one finding the floor. That is Jake Warwick with the kill. And after that shot, he's going to head back to serve. That ball passed up by Rourke. And there is a big swing in the middle, a little bit of a carry call on DVC, and that is number 10, Rylan Harrington, with the authority of putting that ball away. And after that, he's going to head back to serve. .22 apiece here. Harrington with the serve. That ball passed up by Warwick. Set to the right. And there is a big swing, but a little too big by Desero. That one is going to go out of bounds. And it is a point for Blizzard. Harrington back to serve. A ball passed up by Warwick, dumped over by Petra. And there's a big swing in the middle to one. That is a point for number 14, Lucas Weatherby and his Bedford Blizzard team. Heading back to serve again, looking to close out this set, Rylan Harrington. But before he has a chance to do that, we are going to see a timeout called by the DVC side. Both teams back on the court here. This is a nail biter. Harrington with the serve. And it is going to land inside the court. And there you have it, folks. The Bedford Blizzard 14U boys team are going to take the second set. And they are going to force a third. So don't go anywhere. Both these teams are going to be back on the court to see who is going to be victorious. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Nova Scotia Championship 2019 Weekend 1 here in Halifax, Nova Scotia at the Canada Game Centre. We've got an exciting 14U boys match on the screen right now. The DVC boys taking on the Bedford Blizzard. This is the start of the third set. Let's see what happens. A tip from DVC dug up by Harrington. Free ball over. Picked up by the hands of Lacroix. And there is a dump over in the middle from Jacob Petra. That is going to be DVC who gets the first point. And just a reminder for you guys watching at home, this is the third set. It only goes to 15 points, so a little bit of a quicker game here between these two teams. And there is a big serve from Warwick, a little too big. That one sailing out of bounds. Point going to Bedford Blizzard. Back on the line here is Ethan O'Coin. And that ball is passed up, set out to the left. A swing from Benjamin Carew. And Rourke trying to chase that ball down, and that is going to be a point for DVC. Hayden Hawley back to serve here now for DVC. That ball is passed up, set to the middle. Dug up by Wheeler. Ethan O'Coin with the dig this time. And a tip over, but it is blocked by number 21. And Benjamin Carew trying to dig it off of the block is Harrington. And that is going to be a DVC point, 3-1 here in this third set. Back on the line here is number 24, Hayden Hawley. That ball is passed up. Set to the left. And there is a tip into the block. Harrington with a swing. Free ball put over from Carew. Dug up by Johnson. Harrington on the left again, and that one is going to land just outside the boundaries of the court. And that is going to be a point for DVC. Some great defense from both sides in that one. Back on the line here is Hawley. And a nice save there from the Blizzard side. And there's a big swing from Harrington, but an even bigger double block from the DVC side. And it looks like we're going to see a timeout called here by the Bedford Blizzard coaching staff. Both teams back on the court. 5-1 here for DVC. Back at the service line, Hayden Hawley. And it is going to be a service ace for Hawley. Jump float. That ball passed up by Rourke, set out left. And that ball a little bit too tight to tip over. That is going to be a point for DVC as they pull away here in this third set, 7-1 with Hawley back on the line to serve. And it is a service ace. 8-1 here in the third set, which means we are going to see both teams switch sides. Both teams have switched sides. The rosters are checked. We are good to go here on the court. Still serving the ball here is Hayden Hawley. Jump float. That ball is passed up by Johnson. Free ball put over from Harrington. Dug up by the back row of DVC, and there's a big swing cross court picked up by Rourke. And a huge swing down the line. That is Rylan Harrington from the left with the kill. And heading back to serve here is Harrington now. And that ball is passed up, set to the right, tipped over, picked up by Rourke, and put over. And there's a big swing, but an even bigger dig there from O'Coin, tipped over into the pot by DVC. Another swing from Carew. Blizzards keeping it alive. That one just going into the top of the tape, but great effort and playing from both sides of the court. Heading back to serve, here's Jacob Petrie. Jump float. That ball is going to land out of bounds, and that is going to be a point for the Blizzard team. Heading back to serve, Lucas Weatherby. That ball landing short, point DVC. Back on the line here is Benjamin Carew. And that ball is going to go short. Point going to Bedford Blizzard. Heading back to serve here is number 12. That ball is passed up and over. A swing on the first contact. DVC with the save, trying to put it over. Great effort there, but that one just shy of the net. Point going to Bedford Blizzard. Another serve here for the Bedford Blizzard side. 5 serving 10 in this third set. That ball is passed up by Hayden Hawley. Swing from the right side, big dig there by O'Coin. Free ball over from Rourke. And an attempted dump there from Nate Wheeler. That one landing out of bounds. Point going to Blizzard. Bedford Blizzard short serve, and it is a service ace. Another serve here coming in from the Bedford Blizzard side. This time it is passed up, set to the right. And it looks like we're going to see a net violation there from DVC's Lacroix, trying to stop himself as that ball was set over the net. Bedford Blizzard coming back here, 8 serving 10. Another short serve passed up, dumped over, and this time it is going to score. That is Nate Wheeler with the kill. Back on the line, Brandon Lacroix. That ball is passed up. Set to the right, free ball pushed over from the Blizzard side. Another dump, but there to block it is Rourke. And that is going to be a Bedford Blizzard point. And that is going to send Tucker Johnson back to serve. That ball passed up. Set to the left, free ball over. And a big swing down the line from Rylan Harrington. That is a timely kill as that puts them into the double digits. 10 serving 11 here now. Tucker Johnson back to serve. That ball is passed up and over and out of bounds. Bedford Blizzard point. Tied up at 11s. And it looks like we are going to see a timeout called here as this is a nail-biter of a match. Third set going to 15, all tied up at 11s. We'll see what happens after this timeout. All right, both teams are back on the court serving the ball here for the Bedford Blizzard side. This is Tucker Johnson. That ball passed up by Halley. He's going to get the set on the left. A big swing into the hands of Rourke. And that ball tipped over, dug up. Swing down the line, and there you have it. Rylan Harrington with the kill. Heading back to serve once again, Tucker Johnson as the Bedford Blizzard squad is fired up. Big serve. Passed up. Set to the right. There's Warwick with the big swing. That one is going to go into the top of the tape. Blizzard looking to close out this set. Once again, Tucker Johnson back to serve. That ball's passed up by Halley. He's going to get the set on the left. He's going to put a free ball over Harrington. On the left, swing down the line. It is dug up. Free ball over from Halley. Blizzard setting the left again. This time Harrington going cross court. Picked up by the DVC defense. Free ball over. A big rally here in this set. Rourke in the middle, cutting it to one, and that is going to score for Bannon Rourke and his Bedford Blizzard team as they look to finish the set here now 14-11. Looks like we're going to see a timeout called by the DVC head coach. Both teams back on the court looking to finish off this second game of the Nova Scotia Championship 2019 Weekend 1 DVC versus Bedford Blizzard. Here is a serve from Tucker Johnson. And that ball is dumped over. And a little bit of a tough play there of which setter is going to take that ball for the Blizzard side. That is going to be a DVC point, 12-14. Heading back to serve here is Nate Wheeler. Wheeler with the serve, and that ball is passed up. Free ball put over by Ethan O'Coin. And there is Rourke there to block it and throw that ball down. Well, there you have it, folks. 15-12 here. The Bedford Blizzard sneak away with that win in the third set, but not without great fight from both sides. Don't go anywhere. The next game is supposed to start in 10 minutes, but it might be a couple minutes late for a warm-up. You're watching the Nova Scotia Championship 2019 Weekend 1 volleyball here at the Canada Game Centre in Halifax, Nova Scotia. I'm Rachel Lalani. We'll be right back.